She's a conservative social worker. But immediately in my mind, because I noticed weird patterns, I'm like, you know what? That's really interesting because Thomas Matthew Crooks, if you guys don't remember him, he was the shooter for President Trump in July 2024. He shot his ear. Both of his parents were said to be social workers. Now, that's still up in the air because I've seen articles use social workers, but they may be LPCs. But, it speaks volumes because these two shooters that are very well known, especially in the political world, both of one's parents and one of the other's parents were in the mental health counseling social work profession. And so it's like, that's really eye opening too. I understand we're wounded healers, a lot of people that go into the profession, but I think that's really interesting, something worth exploring.
I'm taking that information in. Um,
It's a lot.
I don't know that I see
Hopefully I didn't throw us way off track, Ryan. I'm
I
sorry if
don't
I
know that
did,
I
You're
but
good.
see
You're
any
good.
immediate data from like two shooters and their like two sets of parents potentially being in our profession, only because there's so much variety in our profession. I do think there's something to having a parent who's in our profession in general. My kids would tell you they probably have to talk way more than most kids have to talk. So I think, but that's not even universal in our profession. I'm sure some people are sick of talking to other people by the time they get done with their workday and go home and aren't so inquiring of their children. And maybe I am too much, but I think we're just such a diverse profession. I guess the only thing I would say is overall in our profession in general, I think we've gotten too affirming. And I don't want to speak ill of these parents because I know nothing about them, but that's the only potential maybe I could see of were they too affirming and not confrontational enough? But that I'm not in their shoes, so I have no idea.
And just for clarification purposes, for anybody listening, I'm not saying, that this is, something that I'm not bashing the parents. I am just pointing to something that I observed, an observation, if you will.
Yeah. Well, so something that is within that, I had seen that his mother was a social worker that was reported that. I hadn't seen that she was conservative herself. And then I think, well, man, golly, like she could have been in a group that I've affiliated with,
I thought the same thing.
been chiming in on threads on some of these groups that I've been a part of this last few years. And so that's wild and eye-opening in itself.